I started trading stocks at the age of 20. But I ended up broke. Yes, I gained profits here and there from trading individual stocks, but those money doesn't mean anything to me. So I ended up spending them all. I realized that trading isn't a guaranteed way to wealth. It's actually a zero-sum game. Whenever I made money, someone lost money. And I wouldn't say I'm comfortable with that. And it got worse. Half of my profits went into another gamble in the stock market. They're still at loss today on paper. That was my wake-up call. I wasn't cut out to be an active trader. The anxiety, the roller coaster feeling that I get, it's not for me. The time is sucked from my life. It's simply not worth it. But then if I don't trade stocks, what are the other ways for me to reach financial freedom? Then something shifted. I stumbled on stories of regular people reaching financial independence, not from risky bets, but from intentional choices and building good habits. That idea that I could one day retire early and be financial independent, not just by luck, but by consistent action, that really inspired me. I do make good salary, so why waste it on things that the society tells me I want instead of what I need? Why can't I make money work for me? So I ditched all of the complicated trading theories and I ignored the advice that my investment buddies gave me. Instead, I took a simple route. Every month, I put my extra saving in low-cost index funds that covers China, US, as well as the rest of the world. And then I just forget about it. And you know what? 5 years later, when I look at those funds, those index funds have performed way better than my individual stocks. That just confirmed for me. Stop wanting or chasing the quick wins, but let the time and patience do their magic for me. And once I start to see the momentum, I realize I'm on the right path. So even though I'm on the other side of the world, even though I was born and raised in China, I'm lucky I'm based in Hong Kong where I get access to all of these investments options so that I can still trade in the US and I can also put my money in the China market, not that it's doing particularly well. I was born and raised in mainland China in Xi'an, and I came to Hong Kong 18 years ago to study business. I really do enjoy my study, but even though I study finance, the corporate finance, the taxation, accounting principles, I feel like I learned them to make money for other people. That's why after I graduated, I just cannot put myself in an accounting firm. And I couldn't find a job in the investment bank because it was super competitive. So I started as a management trainee in a commercial bank. I rotated in different departments, but then again, I never know how to manage finance for myself, for my family. I know there's a concept as dividends, but my capital was never enough to generate the kind of passive income that can support my living. But then I'm also glad that I didn't learn about FIRE back then because I actually ended up working for 2 startups for about 6 years with very, very low pay. If I knew the FIRE movement then, I probably wouldn't quit my fancy job and cut my salary to jump on a startup project. So pros and cons. I'm glad I learned about FIRE at the age of 30 and I started seriously saving money and investing it at the age of 30. And now I'm 35, on my way to 36 this September. Yeah, I've made solid progress. I'm very happy with it. And just like what a lot of people are saying, even if you ended up not believing in this FIRE movement anymore, you're not going to regret saving a bunch of money for your emergency use or for you to buy another house. Like right now, even if I stop practicing FIRE, I have good amount of money to do whatever I want. I can quit my job and not working for decades Yeah, so it's super relaxing, and I would say it's not just money that I'm having, it's like life-saving money that I've saved so that if I want to stop working, I can. But of course, I'm not there yet. Yeah, I still need to be disciplined. But I'm not being very frugal. Like, I still rented a place close to the gym and my company, which costs a lot more than staying in the house that I purchased. So I'm paying mortgage and rent at the same time. But I think it's totally worth it. Like, I still go out and eat fine dining with my friends. I still go out social. I spend money on traveling. I spend money even on business class when I feel like it. Because I think that's a good investment. Like, yes, I want to retire as soon as possible, but I also want to enjoy this process to financial independence. I think what inspired me the most about the FIRE movement is the notion that you can work, but you don't have to work for money. You can do things that you love or do things for certain altruistic purpose, but you don't have to sit in a prison 9 to 5. Even worse, here on this other side of the world, we do 9 to 8 sometimes. And that's when I'm asking myself, why? And if I'm not saving money so that I can put a stop to this grind, then what's the purpose of doing this work that I don't particularly enjoy? What's your experience with investment and money management? Are you a part of the financial independent movement on this side of the world as well? Drop your stories in the comment. I want to hear what works and what doesn't work for you. And if you want to follow my journey to financial independence and get practical tips along the way and encourage me along the way, make sure you hit subscribe. Let's figure this out together. Remember, true wealth isn't about quick wins. It's about steady progress and building a life you actually enjoy living.